Well, hello, my Leo boo-boos. This is your general monthly forecast for the month of August 2016. Thanks for joining me, and happy birthday to my August-born Leos. This is a big, big time for you. First, before we get started off though, this is just a quick reminder that this is a general forecast for anyone who was born under the sun, moon, or rising / ascendant signs in the sign of Leo. And don't forget that you can obtain your free birth chart if you don't know what's a rising sign, what's an ascendant, what's a moon sign. Look at the link below where I have posted it to where you can go to obtain your free birth chart, and you can pull it up and see what other signs make up your personal blueprint as a person, astrologically speaking. And we're all made up of more than just one sign. So go check that out and check out the other forecasts for your moon and rising if they're different than Leo. Also, if you would like a personalized reading from me to look at your unique birth chart that's only unique to you and to your blueprint, your fingerprint, I would love to do so. Shoot me an email. It's down below in the description box, and I will be so happy to reply and let you know how we can get something scheduled. All right, Leos, now on to your general forecast. All right, Leos, so the energy is still in your sign as far as the sun this month, but there also is a huge emphasis on your self-worth, your self-value, the values that you have, the material world around you, how you value that and how you earn your money. And also there's going to be a little bit of a focus on your relationships as well. So let me break down the energies of the month as far as the planetary activity and explain to you why this is. All right, so as I mentioned, the sun is still in Leo, and it's there until the 22nd of August. This is highlighting you, yourself, the first house. First house rules the self, the body, the life path. Some of my Leos could have had some big life changes happen in the last month with all this energy happening in your sign. The sun is your ego, and wherever the sun transits in your chart is also like a big spotlight. It puts a big spotlight on that part of your life. So a lot of my Leos can be focusing on your body, your health in those regards, and also your career path. Who you are in this world and what you represent and how you are playing that role and how the rest of the world sees you, how you shine out to the world, your appearance, people's perception of you, all of that stuff is a focus. So you can be noticing the good and the bad and making some changes about those things. But yes, definitely, because it's your birthday month, a lot of new beginnings still happening for you, especially because there's a new moon happening in your sign as well, which I will speak about at the end of the horoscope in detail. But because the sun is still in your first house, yes, definitely a time to make some changes to your appearance, to feel good about yourself. Leos, you guys are naturally all about that. So this is just even more of an enhancement of that energy to encourage you to go shopping, get your hair cut or your hair done, or get some new shoes, some new clothes. I mean, you guys are all about the appearance, the first impression, and it being grand, right? So yes, definitely a great time to enjoy that. It's also an excellent time to work on your self-esteem. And Leos, you guys are all about self-esteem. Your sign represents the self-esteem. So work on that. If there's something about yourself that makes you feel like you have low self-esteem, really do some inner work and make sure that your self-esteem is like up there to where a Leo's self-esteem should be, which is I am the grand king or queen, and when I walk in the room, everybody should turn their heads and go, oh, who is that? Wow, look at them. So if you are not feeling like that about yourself right now, this is the time to make a focus on what can you do to make yourself feel that way and be perceived in that type of way as well. Unless, yes, also because the first house also rules the life path. Yes, some career changes can still be happening for you this month. Great time to take advantage of career opportunities because you are seen in a positive light with the sun shining right on you under a big spotlight, which my Leos love. So definitely take advantage of the energy in that way as well. So the energy is going to start shifting to your second house. Okay, that's because the sign of Virgo is second from Leo. The second house rules the way you earn your money, the way you spend your money, the way you value yourself and the material world around you, your resources, how are you using them? How are you not using them? How are you spending your money? How are you utilizing your resources? And, oh no. How are you investing your money, taking care of it, saving it? Like, all of those things are highlighted with the second house. So we begin with Venus moving out of your sign. Oh, and I know Venus and Leo was an excellent time for you guys to really enjoy glamour and beauty and attention. But now it's going to shift into Virgo on the 5th of August. And what this means for you is still some good things. This can enhance your feelings of wanting to go shopping a lot. I will just warn you of that, because the sun will still be in your first house of self. It's like, it's all about me and how I look. And then Venus in the second house of money and how you spend money. And then Venus rules material things that are of luxury and pleasure and the five senses. So you're going to be like, woo, it's really all about me right now, and going shopping and spending all my money. So Leos, if you're trying to be spendthrift and trying to save your money, then this is an energy that can make you go a little overboard with the shopping. I will warn you of that. But if that's nothing that you have to worry about in your world, then honey, get it. Okay, go shopping, enjoy yourself, please the five senses so you feel like a king or queen. Venus in the second can also be a great indicator of a career opportunity coming in that grants you some more money, you know, your income increasing, maybe asking for a raise, or maybe just being granted a raise because you are just so fabulous and the sun is in your first house at the same time. People are seeing how wonderful of a person you are. But if it's not just given to you, like who wouldn't just give it to you, right, Leo? Then maybe this is a good time to, yeah, definitely ask for that raise. Work hard towards making more money. Try to seek out maybe more opportunities for making money besides like a regular job, like doing something creative, which Venus also represents, and the second house does too. Doing something creative for money. Leo is a very naturally creative sign, so you guys can definitely come up with some great ideas for ways to make secondary income as well. Mercury continues to be in your second house. It moved there at the end of July, and it continues to be there all through August. So Mercury, wherever Mercury travels, this is all about your communication and your thinking, your logical thinking, your thought processes. It's where you're going to be a busybody, and your mind is just going to be all over the place trying to organize things, trying to manage things. So this is in regards to your second house, which is finances. So a great time to start a new budget. Okay, I know Venus is there like, woo, let's just spend all the money. But Mercury there is going to be like, hold up, Venus, wait a minute. We need to be organized. We need to make sure we're looking at our bank account online every day at least. If you're not old school and still balance an actual checkbook, you need to keep an eye on that account. Maybe set up some alerts. A lot of banks and credit unions, they have the option of you setting up alerts. So if you are going over a certain limit, okay, or maybe you are down to a certain balance on your account, you can have an alert set, like say, for example, if I am close to $25, or if I'm at $25 in my account, then you get an alert that's text to you or email to you or whatever that says, hey, you're down to $25. So that way you know, okay, I can't just go cha-ching, cha-ching anymore. I have to really watch my spending and my budget. So that's just one little tip of how to manage and organize things with Mercury in the second. But it is definitely a time where you're going to be talking about and thinking about money and your resources. Your resources include like your utility bills, for example, just on the simple mundane level, going over how much you're using as far as water, electricity, the internet, cable, what have you, you know, just maybe looking around for new options as far as like maybe an internet or cable provider. See if you could find a cheaper one. Find ways to reduce the costs around your house of energy and resources and everything. This will also have you thinking a lot more about your self-worth, your worth as a person, your value as a person. And what I would say is definitely keep in mind that the material world does not make you who you are as a person, does not make you a wonderful person. My Leo people, generally speaking about the energy of the sign of Leo, Leo likes luxury. It likes to sometimes have things that are kind of flashy and show, you know, that you have earned and that you worked hard for, or maybe didn't, maybe just given to you because you're fabulous, some really fantastic material things. But you have to keep in mind, and Mercury in the second house will help you to do so, that those things don't make you as a person, okay? What makes you a fabulous person as a Leo is you have such a big heart. You're so generous. And you are so creative. Leos are so radiant. You guys like to be the life of the party, the center of attention. Those things about you are what make you a valuable person here on earth as a earthly being. So the material, yes, it's awesome. It's great to enjoy, but it does not make you who you are. Mercury in the second house in the sign of Virgo will help you to think about and remember that. Very important this month about Mercury. It goes retrograde on the 30th of August. OMG, the world is over. Here comes all the drama, right, Leo? Not exactly. Kind of, sort of, but not really. So Mercury goes into shadow period. on around the 15th of August, okay? Now, the shadow period is around 2 weeks before Mercury actually starts going in its retrograde motion. And the shadow period is when it's like still going forward, but it starts to slow down, and then it comes to a stop. And then on the 30th is when it starts moving backwards, retrograde, right? So the shadow period is still a very crucial time for you to make sure that you have everything in order as far as your communication devices, your short distance travel devices, because that's what Mercury rules in general. So that means make sure that you have insurance or warranties on your electronic devices, your vehicles. Make sure you have those tune-ups done. You air up your tires, you check your oil, all that stuff on your cars. Make sure you have protective cases and warranty and insurance on your communication devices. Make sure that your computers have virus protection. Do all that stuff before the 15th, okay? To make sure that things go a little more smoothly for you during Mercury retrograde, because what it does is if anything has been missed, if any details have been missed with taking care of those things, Mercury retrograde will bring it back up to the surface for you to look at and to fix and address. With Mercury being retrograde in your second house, specifically applying to you Leos, this can have you going back over your finances. You may have some finances, like some bills that maybe you forgot about, coming right back up again for you to manage and pay and address and everything. So I would make sure that you have your bills in order, like your online bill pay. Make sure that it's still set up properly. Make sure there's no adjustments that need to be made that's going to cause any backlash, anything to backfire on you when Mercury goes retrograde there. But yeah, definitely managing your finances and making sure that like all your bills are covered so that you don't have any surprise bills pop up. That is definitely the thing to do before Mercury goes in shadow period, Leo. So Venus and Mercury will both meet Jupiter in the sign of Virgo this month in August in your second house. So this can do a few things for you. It depends on you and what you do as a person, how you take action, and the rest of your chart and everything else. But there's a few scenarios that can happen though. It can either help to increase your finances, because Jupiter in the second, Jupiter expands what it touches, right? So whatever's going on for you in your world in regards to your money, it can expand that. That means good or bad. So if you are trying to get a higher paying job, Mercury and Venus meeting with Jupiter this month can definitely increase the chances of that happening. Or if you really love to spend money, Mercury and Jupiter together with Venus and in the mix as well can also cause you to spend more money and accumulate more material things into your world. So whatever is best for you, Leo, is up to you. You take the actions that work out the best for you in whatever scenario and situation. But I'm just letting you know, Jupiter is a lucky energy, but it can also expand things that are not so favorable and bring them to your attention like under a telescope, okay? Be like being right huge in front of your face. You've been spending too much money, and now look what's happened. You have all these material things, but what about your bank account? So huge focus for you this month because Jupiter is still hanging out there. Mars enters the sign of Sagittarius on the 2nd. Yes, Leo, I have to play with my hair. This is your 5th house. This is a time that Leos can really enjoy. Mars is going to be in Sagittarius all month, Leo. This is your 5th house of creativity and fun and all things that represent Leo, actually, because Leo, you guys are the 5th sign on the zodiac wheel, on the general zodiac sign wheel. So whenever your 5th house is highlighted, that means the sign that's 5 signs from you, which for you personally is Sagittarius. There is an extra like Leo-like energy that comes out for you that is so exciting, because Sagittarius is also a fire sign. It's a very excitable, exciting sign. It's all about movement, travel, adventure. Your 5th house is about creativity, romance, being playful, being active in a fun way. Also, it's casual romantic dating. Also, any creative hobbies that you have. And if you have a business that you started from scratch, that you grew from the ground up, that's also the 5th house. So Mars being there, Mars being the planet of action and aggression, this can cause a few things. Now, if you have children, which the 5th house also rules, your children can either get involved in some very active activities, like some sports and things like that, and you can be very actively involved with them, with their activities. Your children can actually become a little unruly at this time, Leo. Sorry to warn you about that, but just being completely honest as your astrologer here, it can cause your children to kind of maybe act up be a little more active and moving around and maybe getting into some mischief, which Leo, you better check and discipline that, okay? So it doesn't get out of control. But Mars in the 5th can definitely bring that about. Some quarrels and conflicts amongst your children or with you and your children. So you need to make sure you put those fires out real quick and put them in check, Leo. Just saying. Or it can even cause lovers quarrels, just being honest, because the 5th house is a house of lovers, not necessarily a serious relationship where you guys are in a committed bond like the 7th house. The 5th house is like the fun honeymoon stage where you first meet somebody, you get butterflies in your tummy, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like I can't wait to see him or her, and I'm so excited about this union. Well, it can cause, a little bit of a lover's quarrel to happen here or there, or just bring about very passionate and very active love interests into your life. You guys can do some very fun, exciting activities together if you're just meeting someone and dating them. So those are a few possibilities. Also, Mars in the 5th house, if you're not really concerned about children or dating or other people, you're just all about yourself, Leo, this can make you be involved yourself in some very, very active creative hobbies. Definitely a fun time to get into some sports, some arts that are active, like dancing. Woo! Excellent time for dancing. And a lot of my Leos are very smooth with the dance moves. So this is a great time to take advantage of that energy with Mars being in your 5th house. All right, Leo, now we're going to talk about the moons, the new moon and full moon, which happen every single month in different signs and bring about different new beginnings for you. So the new moon is all about new beginnings because the moon is a very maternal energy, and then the sun is like paternal, like a father. It rules you, Leo. When the two come together, they give birth and create a brand new beginning. Now, at times, this can mean it wipes out something old to welcome in the new. For you, this month is in your sign. This is why it's super important for you guys to pay attention and manifest and write down, meditate, pray, or whatever that you do to really get in touch with yourself, your needs, and the unseen world. Whatever you do in those regards is definitely a good time to do around the 2nd, because this is at 11 degrees Leo. So any Leos that were born around the 2nd of August, a few days before, a few days after, on that day, this is extremely important for you. Definitely a new beginning in any part, any aspect of your life can happen, especially when it comes to like your life path. You might want to change your life path. You might want to change your career, because this makes what's called a square aspect, which is challenging aspect to your midheaven, which rules career. So this can mean a change in career choice, a change in life path, a change that you want to make when it comes to your appearance and your body, a change all around in your life. Huge change for you. So this is on the 2nd of August. On the 18th of August, we have a full moon, which is actually a lunar eclipse in the sign of Aquarius. This happens at 26 degrees Aquarius. This is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign always means other people, right? But it includes you too, because when there's a full moon, it's like the moon is in one sign and then the sun is in another sign. For you, the sun is still in your sign in Leo. The moon is in your opposite, which is Aquarius. They are looking at each other like, yo, what's going on here? There's a tension. We need to come to a final decision or an agreement to just finally break the tension, okay? So this can mean a decision between yourself and your relationships. Some of my Leos can be going through some things where it's like, well, I really value myself. I'm really feeling myself right now, feeling good about who I am and this relationship that I have. I don't know if this other person really values me the way that I deserve to be valued or treats me the way I deserve to be treated. So I need to let go, which the full moon brings things to a head, right? To a final conclusion. So you can make that decision to let go of a relationship, just saying, just being honest. Or it can be a decision to begin a relationship, take it to the next level, because somebody has been treating you the way you deserve. Somebody has been treating you very well. Someone has brought more of a light into your life and you're so excited about them that you make the decision, you know what? I think I will be an item with this person. Woo, new boo for me. This eclipse is making a positive aspect, which is called a sextile to Uranus, which is in your 9th house. The 9th house is optimism, faith, higher education, traveling long distances, and also your spiritual and philosophical beliefs. Okay, so it's making a positive aspect. In Uranus itself, it rules the sign of Aquarius. So they have these two similar energies going on that are speaking to each other, that are having this like conversation, this like positive and encouraging. So it's telling you to really be true to yourself. Whatever decision that you make as far as your life path or your relationships with other people, this can also be a business relationship, a business partnership. It has to be one that's true to you and that lights up your life even more and that brings more optimism, more opportunity, because the ninth house is also grand opportunities, grand goals that you have, you know, to be on your destined life path, serving your life's purpose. This is definitely what the full moon is going to be speaking to you about, Leo. So great time for manifestation this whole month. These moons are all about you. All right, last but not least, I'm going to pull 2 angel cards from my Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I'm going to pull one for the new moon that happens on August 2nd and the other for the full moon that happens on August 18th, and see what the messages are specifically for my Leos. So I will go shuffle and I will be right back with your cards. All right, Leo, so I pulled 2 cards for you, one for the new moon, one for the full moon. And these are I'm not surprised at these cards for you guys. They're awesome. Might I mention that, first of all, that green is the color of the heart chakra, and the sign of Leo rules the heart chakra. This is the chakra, the point in your body that rules things of the heart, matters of the heart, excitement, creativity, and all those great things. And love, romance, all the exciting things in life are ruled by the heart chakra. So that's why I'm wearing green today, especially for you guys. You guys rule the color green, but also the colors orange and yellow. And I'll explain those in another video. But both cards that I pulled for you guys have the color green all throughout them. So this is like a really big month as far as Leos and your heart, matters of the heart. Now, for the new moon, I pulled the 9 of Earth, and I'll show it to you in just a sec. So on this card, the 9 of Earth, there is a fairy. She has this beautiful green dress. So there's the color green. She has green wings. She's surrounded by lush green surroundings around her, okay? And she has a crown on, and she has this look on her face like, I got this, okay? I've got everything I need. I am secure in myself. I feel good about myself, and nothing is going to get in the way of me enjoying life's little luxuries. And actually, the message on the card does say, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. So this definitely speaks to the energy of the first house, your life path, bringing about a change within your life path, Leos. Leo is a sign of leadership. So you guys like to be the boss, like to be your own boss a lot of times, or just be in a position of authority to where you are in charge of yourself and have little supervision over you. So this definitely speaks to somebody who is a boss, somebody who is in charge, somebody who's enjoying life because of that position. A lot of my Leos, based on this card, can definitely be living it up, enjoying life's little luxuries, because the second house is highlighted, which is Virgo, as I explained earlier in the video. So enjoying a lot of life's pleasures and just really living it up, enjoying your month, and definitely some change on the horizon as far as your life path to bring about more of this wealth to you. Feeling secure about yourself, secure, confident, worthy, all of those things are being enhanced and boosted for you this month, and this card definitely validates that for you. So for the full moon, I pulled the Lovers card. I'll show you a close-up in a sec. So the Lovers card, it has Archangel Raphael, and surprise, there's more green. He is highlighted in green. His wings are highlighted in green. So is his halo. He's spreading a green, like a fog, around these two people, these lovers here. Now, it's like one of the lovers is looking in one direction with a little more of like a stern look on their face, and then one is looking up above, like absorbing all the energy from the unseen world, from, you know, the angel energy that's going on here. Like it's absorbing that. The other one is like, I don't know if I really believe in this whole angel thing, even though it's right next to me. So what this says to me is there could be a conflict in a relationship where two people are not exactly on the same page as far as what directions they want to go in life, or with the relationship, or with the business partnership. That's what the full moon is speaking to, and that's what this card represents. It says to carefully weigh your decisions, and the sun and moon in opposite signs for this full moon eclipse definitely validates that as well. But with Archangel Raphael being right there in the mix, it's saying that whatever decision you make, you will be protected, and it will be the best decision for your heart chakra. Hence, all of the green energy that is highlighting this card. So that is the Lover's card for you guys for the full moon. All right, Leo. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed your monthly forecast for August. I hope it was insightful and helpful. Don't forget to subscribe if you would like monthly forecasts from me every single month, because I love doing them for you. Don't forget to also follow me on Facebook on my Pisces Moon Goddess page on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram, Snapchat, all that stuff, Twitter. I'm on all of those platforms, so definitely follow me so I can stay in touch with you guys and give you guys more astrological information and sometimes some jokes and memes, which I love. Every single month, every week, what have you. But I hope you guys enjoy your birthday month if you were born in August, and I will see you guys next month in September. OMG, we're almost done with this year. Have a great month. Love you guys. Peace.